Welcome back to Superstarglam. In today's video, I wanted to play with a little bit of color. I pulled out a few palettes that are new to me that I had not dipped into yet, and I was really excited. Most importantly, for the blue shade from this palette. And as you will see in the clip, the look starts taking a turn. And when I thought it was going to be over, I kind of turned it around and created this final look. So before we jumped into that video, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click that little button down below and become part of the Superstar Glam Squad family. While you're there, also click the little notification bell. That way you are alerted every time I upload a video. And if you're interested in this look, then just keep watching. I'm going to start off by priming my eyes using the MAC Painter. No, I always get it wrong. The MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. I've already done most of my base, but I did want to set the under eye and place a barrier of powder because I am going in with dark colors. I don't want to have fallout and ruin my base. Okay, so I have several new eyeshadow palettes that I have not dipped into, and to be honest, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do for this look. I love blue eyeshadow. I think it's one of my favorite colors. Actually, fun fact, when I was in high school and my mom finally allowed me to wear makeup, I remember buying, I think it was like a Maybelline single eyeshadow, or could have been L'Oreal, I don't remember. All I know is that it was a blue eyeshadow, and I loved wearing that all over my lid. I thought I looked cool. I don't have any pictures actually. I wasn't photogenic, and I still am not photogenic. So I really have limited amount of pictures of what I used to look like back in the days. But my look always changed, and again, I love that blue eyeshadow. I just remember using it all the time. So anyways, so I guess blue just makes me, I mean, it is my birthstone, so maybe that's why I'm so obsessed with it, but it is a color that I just love to wear all the time. I feel like it's a neutral. I feel like it's like jeans, you know, you can wear jeans and match it to anything. That's how I feel about blue eyeshadow, but that's just my opinion. So anyway, so I bought this palette back in when all the brands were releasing all their holiday collections, and this was from Stila. This is called Blue Realm. I believe they had like another eyeshadow palette. This one definitely attracted me to this color right here, but I don't know if I'm going to be dipping into the other shadows. But I do have another palette that again is brand new, and I have not dipped into it. But this one's not a new product, it's just new to me. So this is from Juvia's Place. This is the Magic Mini by Juvia's. It looks like this. And what really called me out are these deep, rich colors. Like this one's like a, I would say it's a deep navy, but it pulls a little bit more on the purple side. And then this one looks like a true navy that pulls more like cool tone, more actual like blue. And then they have like other shades in here, so I don't know. I do also have the Blue Blood palette from Jeffree Star, so I might dip into that, but for the most part, I think I'm going to be working on these two palettes. I think combined, they both have a good variation, even some neutral shades, some like transition shades. So we're just gonna get started. I'm taking a fluffy brush. I got this in, I think, a BoxyCharm. It's the brand Alamar. To begin, I think I'm gonna go in with the Juvia's Place. There's a shade called Kessie, and that one I'm going to use to kind of set the base that I applied to my lid. think I'm gonna dip into, and I think that color is called Discover. And I'm using the same fluffy brush and just buffing it into the crease. And all it did is just add a little bit more dimension. It definitely deepened it up from the previous color that we used. So what I like about a good navy color is, I don't know, I guess it has to be done right. Like, I like it to look like a rich blue, like true blue, navy blue shade. And the two colors in here, the Juvia's Place, they're actually really good quality and highly pigmented. And again, one pulls a little bit more like on the violet purple side, so it has more warmth. And then the other one pulls a little bit more on the green side, cool tone. But I think mixing them both is going to give me like the perfect combo. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to take this Morphe M506, taking those two colors, mixing them up, and hopefully we don't have too much fallout. I'm actually going to apply some more powder, and then I'm going to apply this to the outer corner. The cool thing about having two different colors that are similar but just have different undertones is that you can go back in with one or the other to get the perfect color you were looking for. Like, for example, right now that I just set that down, I feel like it's pulling a little bit more purple, so now I just dipped into the cool tone blue, and then I'm going to keep working that in this outside corner until I'm happy with the placement and the color. Oh yeah, that's a really beautiful navy mixture. I love it. It's so rich pigmented and it's not patchy at all. I'm gonna take this. This is the Makeup Revolution Cut Crease Canvas eyeshadow base. It's in the shade Halo. And then I'm gonna take this makeup brush. It's from also Alamar. It's like a little tiny concealer brush, and I'm going to just cut the crease. I'm doing like little patting motions. Then I'm going to take a dense brush, a flat dense brush, and this one's used for packing on color on it. It's a Morphe M167, and I'm going to take the Stila palette and that shade, it's called Reveal, and that's the color I'm going to set there. Well, that took a different turn. It's looking very cool tone royal blue. Okay, so the Juvia's Place one has, it has a little bit more green. I'm gonna do a little bit of experiment on the back of my hand, mixing some colors and see what I get. That's not it. Okay, so I decided to pull out the Blue Blood palette after all and use that shade Ocean Eyes. It's the same shade I've used in the past. Oh yeah, this one pulls way more blue than the other one. This is probably the look I've already created. So now it's going to take a different turn, and I'm going to use, basically I just don't want to create the same look that I've done here on my channel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip into the Stila. There's two colors that I am looking at, and I'm going to use Fix Plus. Actually, okay, so what I'm going to do, I put down more powder. What I'm going to do is I'm taking this, it's a Morphe M334, and I'm going to try to dust off like most of the pigment from the inner corner. I'm going to do it in an awkward position, so you might not be able to see this. I'm actually going to tilt my head down in order for most of this fallout to not fall on me. Well, it's on there pretty good. So I'm just gonna go into the next step that I was planning on doing. I'm gonna wet the brush, the same brush that I was using, with Fix Plus, and I'm going to first dip it into Enlighten, that really light shade, and I'm going to take this to the inner corner. Wow, look at that. That now looks like it's turquoise. It's really, really pretty. And then the next color that I'm applying, I'm just wiping it down on a towel, and I'm dipping into Transcend. That one also looks different. It looks taupey, but it has like blue reflex. I'm also going to wet that, and then I'm going to apply that to the rest of the lid. Oh, that one kind of gave it more of like a purple tone. I'm not mad at it. Can you see that? It's a really pretty color. So now I am taking the BH Cosmetics number 6 fan brush, and I'm going to dip it into that taupey color from the Stila palette called Discover. And now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go over and blend out the edges. Okay, so just for the, just because we're already here, I'm going to mix one more color. It's from the Juvia's Place palette, Gemoha. I'm just going to use my finger to tap all over. I'm not mad at it at all. Okay, I feel like I was able to save that look, and I actually like it a little bit more than before. I'm gonna do another mixture of those dark shades and just kind of re-intensify the outer. I'm gonna take that fluffy brush again with that same neutral color Kessie. All I'm doing is just cleaning up the edges with this color, and then going back to that taupe color, just cleaning up, making sure there are no harsh lines, blending everything out. So I'm going to use the NYX Matte Liquid Liner, and I'm going to use this to create a small wing. Okay, now I'm going to dust off this eye. Okay, so it worked. So now I'm going to work on this eye and hope I can do the same mistakes all over again, so it is similar. And then I'll be right back. Okay, so now I'm going to finish up the bottom portion of the eye, and I'm thinking I want to do something different. I did end up having a lot of fallout, so I actually have little blue flecks of glitter all over my face. Okay, so I'm going to start off with that taupe color from the Stila palette. I'm going to run it all over the bottom. I'm going to take a flat liner brush. This one's also from Alamar, and I'm going to get a mixture of the two navy shades, just because those are the darker shades that I can use to define. So I'm going to bring it right at the bottom lash line. I'm gonna do more like a stamping motion, and I'm bringing it all the way to inner bottom, so all along the lash line. Would it be crazy if I decided to apply orange? It's like a red orange shade that's in here, Zakia. I'm gonna do it. I'm taking that same fan brush, and I'm just bringing it on the lower part of the navy that we applied. Does that look crazy? And I'm gonna flick it right below the liner. I know this is probably crazy, insane, but that's what makeup is. We do things, we try them out, we see how we like it. I'm just going back into the navy color and kind of like buff it. I'm going to take the light shade from this palette, and I'm just going to buff out the edges, blend it out further. I don't know, I'm kind of feeling it. And what's perfect is that this palette has the shade called Nubia, and it's a really pretty gold shade. I'm going to apply it wet. There's another kind of like, it's like a champagne color. On the same brush, I just applied it, and I'm going to tap it like right at the top. So I'm mixing that orange and blending it into the inner top part, so there's like even gradient effect happening at the top. I'm just going in with that like orangey color and then mixing it more towards the inner. But look at that. Can you see it? Okay, so now I'm going to finish the other eye, pop on some lashes, do something about this hair, and then I'll be right back. So this is the completed look. Yeah, so I think I would definitely call this like fire nice type of a look. It's one of those things that I just sit down and just start creating, and either I feel it or I don't feel it. And we started off kind of like messing up, but I really like the final product, especially with switching it up with the under eye, putting that pop of like warmth underneath there. I really feel like it's different, but it doesn't look bad at all, at least not in my opinion. I did go in with, it's called Sex on the Peach, but this one ended up being a little more on the pinky nude. So I decided to switch it up to the Dose of Colors, the Desi and Katie collab, More Creamer Please. This is definitely like a peachier nude color that I really do love. So I think it definitely complemented this look as well. The lashes that I popped on are the House of Lashes Iconics. It's been a while since I've worn these, and I think they complete the look for sure. So that's pretty much it for this look. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you next time. Bye.